towamuko katono nnyo. Okay, this is the second oyinza ogitwala nti tuyinza owulira ruling ey'omulamuzi. Tuli live mu kooti, mukutu gwo gwa Extreme Media UK gw'oli mu kulaba. Tuli live mu kooti e Luzira. Muyinza okuba nga muli kulaba links ez'enjawulo, naye nga mu kooti eno oli kulaba live from Extreme Media UK. Alright, kooti egenda kuba netandika mukutu gwa Extreme Media UK. Subscribe nga like nga tera commenting.
Criminal offense number 132, 2026, Uganda versus Miria Matembe.
State ayagala abasureties bonna be bataddeyo basooke bakomewo. I think there is chances of giving her a bail. Chances nyingi ez'okuba nti no Dr. Miria Matembe aweebwa bail. Bambi mulayikinge ate na musubscribing. Tuli live mu kooti ate Extreme Media UK gy'oliko. Oba oli mutulabirawo, oba oli mutulabirawa, oli kulaba Extreme Media UK. I once again tell you nti tuli live mu kooti. Oguno mukutu gwa Extreme Media UK gw'oli mu kulaba. State agambye ayagala basureties bonna bakomewo. Basureties bonna be bataddeyo bagenda okweyimirira omuntu bakomewo. Please subscribe.
needed to confirm their telephone number.
Let that guy pass. Another email then.
I need to hear from them.
You are watching Extreme Media Yugi. Please subscribe. Kindly subscribe. If you're here for the first time, mwana subscribing.
Okay, when I start without him, that means he's not part of the church anymore. He's coming? Yes. Absolutely. So we cancel it.
You shall respond. Let her proceed. You shall respond on whether we are valid or not. That's the process. Respond and proceed.
Okay. I wanted the accused to identify her sureties. Now, if the first one is not there,
That's one by one.
now.
She's the one. She's the honorable member of parliament and my distinguished friend. This is my aunt, and one by one.
Hold on.
One by
She's
one.
going to ask a question. Again, you don't need
Yes, please. Identify your first surety.
Let's listen.
How can she identify them? By name and where they stay. She claims they are her friends. This information was given before court. When the information was I'm not even doing something terrible. All the information was given when the accused was in court.
No, I have the new wire.
No, read it again and she says
Banange bikalubye ate mulowooza state ayagala Miria Matembe asituke ayogere abantu abamuyimiridde wa gye babeera bakola mulimu ki.
These ladies live in Kampala. This is Luzira. She has been a member of parliament for a long time.
where does she stay? Please, people.
Your Honor.
to assist her, not to hear that.
Your Honor. Your Honor. To be honest, these days I even forget your children's name. Because of that age. So these names have been given here, the homes have been given. I don't know why she's doubting the people. What is the idea
Why don't you
behind?
just identify them?
Yeah, that's where they stay. This is my aunt, Honorable Namu Kazura. This is my dear friend, Ima Kwagara. Pro bono,
Yeah. Do you know where they stay?
in their homes.
naye mukama katonda guys, are you seeing what is happening?
The first surety owner has not been identified, and up to now he has not yet arrived.
Hey, good but Mushabe. Good but Mushabe, yes. That one will come from far.
And,
He's like
also,
my
Your
nephew
Honor.
is like whatever.
Your Honor, I would like to inform the accused that we are here courteously. She should also be courteous since we are in court. I respect her as my elder, but she should also be courteous.
Let us just appreciate that we are all here doing this. We are here for work, and we may be here doing their work. Each of you has left the office, you have your work. Today you're in our house, you know, so let us treat each other with respect and allow
And
us
the
to-
persecution entirely relies on the Constitution, bail guidelines of courts of judicature, practice directions of 2022, and we are entirely going to base on it in our response. To this bail application. Paragraph 3 of this constitutional guidelines sets out the objectives of bail. Number 1, in our consideration, to promote the balancing of rights of the accused person with those of public interest and the rights of the complainant. Number 2, to facilitate effective supervision of the persons granted bail before court. Number 3, to ensure that the applicant attends their trial. And to also ensure that the rights of the applicant and the interests of justice are also met. I will go to paragraph 12 and 13 of the Constitution bail guidelines. Which provide that an application for bail shall contain the particulars of the applicant. And we were guided that a copy of their national ID or passport must be, because the wording is shall, be also accompanied with the said application. I agree. A letter of an LLC letter is the second requirement. The LC letter has been provided to this court of the applicant, indicating that she's a resident of Luzira. However, her national ID or her passport have not been presented before this court as a requirement under the contents of a bail application. Such documents, Your Honor, assist the court. They assist the court. For example, a passport comforts us in the court that the person will not flee, that person will attend court at any time. And even the national ID also comforts us, since nowadays the national IDs are used to cross borders. They assist us to know that that person will not fail to attend their trial. My land colleagues also raised an issue of age, that the applicant is of advanced age and that she should be granted bail on her own recognizance. As that may also be a sensible ground, and they also relied on the case of Dr. Kiza Besigye versus Uganda. You know, a copy was given to you, was tendered in court. You know, I'll take you to page 4. Advanced age is any age above 50. They went ahead to rely on a case of Mulongo, Namubiru, Florence, on the same page, versus Uganda High Court, which was sitting at Nakawa, in the miscellaneous application number 84 of 2014. Court held that exceptional circumstances are not mandatory. They are not mandatory. The fact that the accused stroke the applicant is of advanced age, it does not mean it is mandatory that she should be granted bail. This is the law, these are not my words. The court went further to state that the court retains the overall discretion as long as the applicant will reappear and will not abscond. On the third ground, Your Honor, that we wish to rely on. So far we've given you to your Failure to produce a passport or national ID. Age is not mandatory, Your Honor. Yes, my land friend produced here a lot of information saying that state agents are intimidating the applicant. In general terms, and that they have gone ahead to climb into her home, and that she fled even her home. As much as I would like to say that counsel did not produce any evidence before this court, unless it's the evidence to what he was saying. There wasn't any affidavit from the applicant to prove such claims. There wasn't a police report that the applicant has ever filed a complaint to that effect. Thirdly, there wasn't any videos or CCTV footages produced before this court to prove such assertions. But if the applicant wishes to rely on that information, or what she says, we fear that the applicant doesn't have a fixed place of verbal knowledge. If that evidence is relied on, that means she does not have where to stay. If she has run away from her home and she's hiding into homes which we don't know, that means she does not have a fixed place of abode. And yet, it is among the requirements here that for the applicant to be granted bail, she must prove to this court that she has where to stay, where we can find her if we need her. So I don't know, Yona, what we should do now. Where is she going to stay if she feels that her home is not secure for her to stay in? And if she fears that her life is in danger because of the state, then probably where she is, she's even better or safer. So, as for this proof of fixed place of abode, which is which the applicant has to prove to this court, I don't know what we are going to do in this circumstance. Another condition which has to be satisfied in this court are the sureties of the accused person, of the applicant. The sureties who have a duty to produce this person in court, to explain to court whether this person is okay. If she has refused, they drag her here so that she can attend her trial as per the objectives of the person applying for bail. As much as the applicant tried to identify her sureties, Yona, I wanted to know if these people are truly her friends. Does she even know where they stay? In that one of them can stay with her, but she appeared to be very disrespectful, saying they stay in their homes. Now I'm stranded, I don't know what to do. Probably I would have agreed that maybe she stays with one of the sureties. that her response was so rude and unbecoming. So I don't know whether even the applicant knows where the sureties stay. It was very important for me and to be satisfied with the satisfaction of court that the applicant knows her sureties and where they stay, and deeply knows her sureties. And lastly, some of these sureties have not been truthful. I don't know whether they were not truthful to their lawyers or that the information they actually gave the lawyers was untruthful. I'll go to Honorable Luzira. Yes. Now, when we are looking at applications of bail, we want to trust the sureties because we entrust them with a mandate to produce the applicant in court. But when a surety gives false information, then we don't know what to do. The surety gave us a number that she uses, which is 0725760006. Courteously, I asked for 1 hour to verify whether this number is registered in the names of the surety. And what I found out is that this number is registered in a person called Sarah Namuswa. Yet the surety here is called Lucy. Yet the accused said, this is my friend. Now, if I'm looking for the accused and I want to trace the surety, I have a phone number in the names of Sarah Namuswa. What am I going to do? This creates fear that the applicant's surety is not being truthful. And it creates fear that this person may cover up even for the actions of the accused, whether she's going to go or she's going to come back. We don't know. And such reasonable doubt is so unsettling. Another issue about Madame Lucy Akelo. She has duties as an MP in Amuru district. My problem is, the accused is a resident of Luzira. That is if she's going to stay in Luzira here. How is she going to command this lady to come back to court when she's busy in her duties in Amuru district there? First, she gives us a wrong number. She's outside this jurisdiction. It is so disturbing, Lord. And then I also have a problem with this. He's called, he was not identified by the applicant, the false surety. This surety, yes, let me go by his letter. I hope the letter is okay. Use his national ID. He's called Godba Wilson. They said he's a lawyer. Yes. He said he's a lecturer, a lawyer. But this surety also is not truthful. This surety gave us a number of 0, 7, 7, 5, 0, 0, 0, 7, 3, 7. This number is also in the names of a woman. Yet he's a man here. That is why I wanted to see him. He's a man actually. But the name is Ashemeri Agnes. You know? So, how are we going to find the applicants through the sureties when the sureties are giving us wrong information? When I go to the medical reports, yes, Your Honor. Police form 24. The applicant has told the court that for her she's unwell. But unfortunately for her, she has not produced any old medical reports to substantiate what she was saying. I offered my police form 24 yesterday to her. And I even asked her, Madam, were you medically examined? She vehemently said, I have never been examined. In her own words, Your Honor, I'm not even putting words in her mouth. I have never been medically examined. Yet, according to me, a police form 24 is a document filled by a police surgeon who is a doctor, who has fully examined the applicant. But she stood here in her own words and claimed for her that doctor just wrote her own things. For her, she has never been examined. Now, I find it peculiar for my land friends to hold this document in high esteem and say for us, we are relying on this document, our client is unwell. Yet the client said, me, I've never been examined. Now, Your Honor, I'm in a dilemma. I don't know. Most of the times when an accused person stands up and objects to this document, the court gives an order for an independent examination. So, I don't know if my land friends have other documents to rely on, because your client vehemently denied the document in court. So, Your Honor, I feel that point of being unwell and terribly sick, don't know how they are going to do it. The conclusion. Your Honor, in conclusion, I have studied the character of the applicant from the time she came to court up to now. Your Honor, when I examined her in a friendly way and her response, we fear that she may continue using words which may amount to committing offenses. And Your Honor, this is among the conditions. This is among the conditions which court has to look at carefully under the bail guidelines the likeliness of the applicant to commit an offense while on bail. Their character has to be put in play, the way they present themselves. Are they being courteous? Are they being adamant? That was my observation in court here. However, if this court is inclined to grant bail to the applicant, we humbly pray that the applicant, surrenders his passport to court as one way of ensuring that she will not run away from us, because she said she's already on the run. So maybe the passport, if it is handed over to her, she may not run away. And now we also pray for an order refraining the accused, not to stop the applicant, from using such words the state may consider committing crime. I think she should refrain. I'm not saying she should not do it, but in my prayer is for her to be refrained from committing further crimes. What statements that may be taken by the state to amount to committing a crime which is as similar as this crime we have here. Thirdly, Your Honor, we pray for other reasonable terms, Your Honor, that you may consider fit. That will also ensure that the applicant comes back to court for her trial. So I pray, Your Honor.
Your Honor, in a brief rejoinder, the state started from submitting of the objects of bail as between the guidelines. But Your Honor, if I may ask if the truth is allowed to speak. But we skipped some very important guidelines. In that paragraph, number G, being to reduce incidents of retrial detention. That's one of the reasons. And H, safeguard the interests and concerns of society. Bail decision making. Similarly, Your Honor, alluded to paragraph 13. And also another paragraph. Skip also important considerations. A, in the grant of offense. A, in the applicant's age, physical and mental condition. Your Honor, on the aspect of national ID and passport, we actually have those documents in court. Yes, Your Honor. But what I wish to state is that depositing the passport may be a condition set by court. It's not a sine qua non. It's as and only when the court did speak. But we do have the same. In fact, we have the copies of the national ID and the national ID as well. Probably there was a mix-up. I can avail
Copy of the same and the passport as well.
Your Honor, the state alluded to the authority that was provided in respect of advanced age. But Your Honor, yes, Your Honor. I think, Your Honor, the land state attorney misinterpreted the provision or the decision of court. And again, refer court to the decision we availed Foundation for Human Rights Initiative versus Attorney, where the court was simply saying that those exceptional circumstances are not mandatory. I think the prosecutor is mistaking the conditions for bail with eligibility for bail. Mistaking the conditions for bail with eligibility. What we are saying is that Dr. May is eligible for bail. The circumstances. In respect of PF 24, unless the state prosecutor is trying to tell us that the documents availed as in their own the court file are wrong documents or procured in the wrong manner. But he took this as the evidence availed by the state, because they're the ones holding the applicant at the time. But most important, Your Honor, I want to retaliate on the submission on being granted bail, now only cognizance, and I will cite paragraph 18 of the bail guidelines. 18 of the bail guidelines, which provides that the court may grant bail to a vulnerable person on his or her own recognizance, or on the recognizance being entered into by his or her parent, guardian, or other responsible person, but on her own recognizance, Your Honor, which was the first limb of our submission. And it is on that basis, Your Honor, that we retaliate our prayer. Your Honor, on the road to holding another authority submitted, Uganda versus Canada, that's constitutional reference number 20 of 2005, where held that the applicant should not be deprived of his or her freedom unreasonably, and bail should not be refused merely as punishment. Unreasonably, and sorry, applicant should not be deprived of his or her freedom unreasonably, and bail should not be refused merely as a punishment, as this would conflict with the presumption of innocence. But the refusal to grant bail should not be based on mere allegations. The grounds must be substantiated, and that both the High Court and the subordinate courts have discretionary power to set bail conditions which they deem reasonable, though this must be done with caution. Both the High Court and the subordinate courts have discretionary powers to set bail conditions which they deem reasonable, though this must be done with caution. And this Your Honor responds to her prayers that she made. Your Honor, my colleague Lara is going to clarify on the phone numbers which were mentioned here. Yes.
Well, Your Honor, we appreciate we want dispensation. And I'll highlight just a few issues. In response to the state, Samuel Mwizi Muriengo from the court. Samuel Mwizi Muriengo. Your Honor, the state alluded to the residences of sureties. I'll submit it's not a requirement under guideline 15. It's not a requirement, but the applicant has to know. It's even unreasonable. But the applicant has to know the current residences of the sureties. Your Honor, and submit still on sureties that under guideline 15 still, the sureties are presented to the court. It is the court to determine suitability. They are not sureties for the state or for the defense. For brevity, regulation of guideline 15 provides that when considering the suitability of a surety, the court shall consider the following factors. Paragraph A, the age, the work and residence, the antecedents, the relationship, and any other factor as the court may deem fit. To submit that the submission of the state was wayward, it is not within the requirements under guideline 15. Your Honor, I may add that in all the provisions of the law so cited, right from Article 23 of the Constitution, the grand law, they have an expression made right from the Constitution downwards, leave alone the guidelines, the handmaidens. So the expression may, on all grounds, right from the Constitution, presupposes or leaves entirely the wide discretion to this honorable court. Your Honor, I restrict myself, for purposes of time, to the authority before you. When you retire, you will find at page 9 the authority of retired Colonel Dr. Kizadesibi referred to. In clear terms, it says that discretion must be exercised without any malice. With respect, I saw malice from the state, with respect. Ill will, ulterior motives, or regard to external influence or circumstances. The character, it was wrong for the character of the applicant to be brought in question. That is not what is before you. That was malicious. It was wrong. And it was the basis for applying for stringent measures. We are here to seek for liberty. The state is saying, curtail. We are here. She applied for stringent measures. Yes. Based on character. That her character, you should provide stringent measures, including withholding a passport. Withholding a passport is one way of curtailing liberty that we are seeking before you. It is not in such a case before this court that we've seen such conditions, because it would be mockery of justice that you're asking for liberty with one hand and denying it with the other. Well, her fears can be also rested. You'll find when you retire at page 10, page 10 of that decision, the citation of Panju versus Republic, it's a notorious case, which provides that courts should not act on fears or suspicion. The state raised unreasonably its fears. And you'll find further that if you were to depend on such suspicion, like she raised, the state raised, that the sky would be the limit. And under no occasion, if suspicions were the basis, under no occasion would bail be granted. We submit that will not belabor further. When you retire at page 10, you'll find that. Briefly, at page 4, at page 4 of the same decision, the Honorable Justice of Order, as he then was, stated that courts of justice have the duty to jealously and courageously, courage, mark the word, jealously and courageously guard and defend the rights of all the people, of all character, by the way. And that further that the fundamental importance of bail is a judicial instrument for ensuring the liberty of an individual, not to curtail it, to ensure the liberty, not to limit or curtail, to to ensure the liberty. Precisely put, you'll find at page 6 that we've satisfied this condition of bail, which is intended. Page 6 of the decision, I'm limiting myself to the retired counsel, Dr. Kizaris, the case. Page 6, we submit. The decision provides that bail should be security. That's the guideline in this case. Bail should be security given on personal recognizance of the applicant. Yes. And or by another person that the accused will attain. It is provided. You will find it at page 6. Bail is security. That is what we look at. For what? Yes. That's the jurisprudence of what the intention of bail is. Precisely to ensure a person will return whenever required. Lastly, I've had some misconceptions here from the state. First, on the issues she raised on character, the presumption of innocence should prevail under Article 23 of the Constitution. Finally, on the numbers, telephone contacts, which state used to try and undermine the character of the sureties. I repeat, the Honorable Lucy Akelo's telephone contact was misrecorded. It is not 075, Your Honor, you find. It is 0772 576 006. Seven 57, yes, and it is in her names. It's not 75 as the state submitted. And on her place of residence, first, her workplace at Parliament is within jurisdiction. Secondly, her residence on record is SETA. State needs to revisit that record. It is SETA. Your Honor, on Godbert Mushabe, happy with your kindness to have readmitted him. His telephone number again was misrecorded by the state to be 77. It is 0755 000 737. 77. Probably it was an error from ours. We have made. It is 7777 0755 000 737. It was an error. Your blame. Lastly, for me, 0755 000 737. Lastly, on the fixed place of abode of the applicant. The state has stated it in its own charge sheet that she knows where the applicant resides. And that, coupled with the issue of the medical document of the state, I submit that Section 15 of the Evidence Act on the parole evidence rule should abide. We have something expressed and in writing. We cannot go to the words of the, that is a very cardinal, very elementary under the Evidence Act for the state. So we pray that Section 15 of the Evidence Act answers all this. And to rebut the presentation, we state finally that it is only at the time of her arrest that she was complaining. Actual abduction, it is only that time, but she is a married, responsible citizen with a marital home, which is not yet to abandon. I so submit. We submit, therefore, that you find that we have satisfied, that the applicant has satisfied all the conditions under guideline 13, 12, 13, and 15 for the considerations that guide you, that guide your discretion, not that bind your discretion, considerations that guide your discretion, and all these conditions precedent, all sine qua non for the grant. All conditions and considerations under the law, which simply guide your discretion under the law, have been satisfied by applications as conditions precedent, all sine qua non grant of the prayer so made. We are most obliged and we thank you for accommodating us this far.
At the beginning, we had intimated that the applicant herself wanted to say something. Then I could give her 2 minutes. Yeah, hers is not something you said. Hers is just 2 minutes. No, hers is not. She just has to speak. Cheer from her. It's not
when she speaks, instead we need a right to.
It's okay. It's okay.
We take your guidance. You're most welcome.
It's okay. Whoever is watching, please make sure you subscribe. I once again remind you, what if mwena abali kuno mu subscribing muli bantu almost mugenda abantu mu 7 mwena mu subscribing, please I beg for your subscription. Koti ngenda kubagamba kiki kye bagambye, naye mbasaba mwena whoever is watching, please subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If it is your first time here, you are watching Extreme Media UG, and my name is Jogeza Nicholas aka John Paul UG. Ffe tuli live mu kooti e Luzira, naye mbasaba please subscribe. Kooti omulamuzi asazeewo n'agamba nti agenda kuwa ruling olunaku olwaleero, wabula omukyala Honorable Miria Matembe abadde ayagala kubaako kyayogera. Kati owa kooti omulamuzi n'abagamba okujjako nga mwe bennyini mu ruling mugirinda nkya. Abo ne basalawo ne bagamba nti okay, it is okay, Miria Matembe tayogedde dokita. Ne basalawo ne bagamba nti bamuleke agende, bamuleke awe ruling ye. So email kale kale mbadde mbagamba nti ruling ya saawa mmeka? Ya saawa 10. Ya saawa 10. Kyekiwo mbadde mbagamba nti ruling ya saawa 10 era naffe gye tulinze wano data abadde aweddeko naye nga abaako basobola okuba no batuwako data. Can I read my number please? Kuba data yali mu kuntawaanya munda eyo, data abadde aweddeko. Nsomemuko namba wano mumpe ku data. Is it okay? Musindikirewo ku sente. Is it okay? Njagalayo comment egambe it is okay, then nsome namba yange. Is it okay? I read the number, you send me some money, I buy some data. Kuba data yali mu kuntawaanya munda eyo naye ng'embeera bweti eri. Okay, I'm saying the ruling is at 10. At 4. Sorry, I beg my pardon. It's at 4. The ruling is at 4. Yes. The ruling is at 4. 4 p.m. Yeah. The ruling is at 4. So that is it. So 4:30. Yeah, at 4. That is it. So we are here waiting. So I'm reading the number. The number is 0777 324 670. It is in my name, Jogeza Nicholas. You send some money. You support me, please. The number is 0777 324 670. Simanyi sinagendayo njagala kutuulamu. Please, I've entered inside here. I'm requesting for some data because I don't have. I'm posting my number there. The number is 0777. Please help me. And kindly subscribe. Yeah. Okay, that is the number. It is my name is Jogeza Nicholas. Kindly help me buy some data. Actually, you deposit. If you have 20,000, if you have 10,000, if you have 100,000, if you have a million, I don't mind. There was someone telling me that he's going to send me a cow. This is the return. That is the number. Please deposit what you have. Deposit. It is 0777 324 670. Jogeza Nicholas. Kindly, we get some data so that we can be able to stream. I'm seeing a message. Is it true someone has sent me some money? Please, contribute me some data. That is the number 0777 324 670. If you really appreciate my work. Wow, someone Akuram Luzira ansindikideyo omutwalo. Thank you so much bamikwano. Yeah, someone eriyo omulala abansindikireyo bamikwano. Someone to send me more. That is the state. Oh yes, state. Oh. Please ebeere yansindikirayo endala cause I'm not okay. You can even nange endaluke nange mundalulemu, but I'm doing a great work. Hope you people appreciate. Have you seen the number? The name is Jogeza. You will find mind you, if you're not willing to mind you, if you're not willing to do what, to help, please don't worry. It's optional. It's not compulsory that whoever is watching must send in money. No. If you have, please send. If you don't have, please don't. But I need. Bw'oba olina sindika, oba tolina bireke. Si musango. Mbasaba busabe. Honorable Miria Matembe wanted to say something in court. She wanted to address something to the judge. But due to the effect of time, the judge stopped her. So, let's pray. The number is once again 0347-324670. And still Airtel is, let me write Airtel here, 07429444256. That is Airtel, 07429444256. Yeah, that's Airtel, please. In my name is Jogeza Nicholas. In my name is Jogeza Nicholas. That's Airtel. My name is Jogeza Nicholas. Let me hope you have got it. We are back in court. My name is Jogeza Nicholas. I would like Extreme Media. You please, whoever is watching, please subscribe. Subscribe. Oh, someone is calling. Yes, please. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Banangi, those are the numbers, please. Zileta Manyagangi, Jogeza Nicholas. Once again, I remind you to subscribe. I've received the Arian Syndicate. It's okay. Thank you so much. Osinzo yatasindise completely. Someone sent me every time. Airtel yange asindise yani kamusomera erinnya ahereza. Yeah, please make sure you subscribe. Mwena kati abali wano muna subscribing. How do you see when all of you here watching subscribe? How do you see? Please, when you subscribe, you don't lose anything. Hello? Yes, please. How do you know? Wanji? Tebanaba. Wanji sabo? Yeah, gisabo. Naye ani ono mpulira erinnya Lusiru sobola olitegeera. Kale webale reaching out, and if you're going to send, thank you so much. Okay, guys, some people are reaching out bali mu kunkubira ku busimu. Okay, before I longo bedicto, I need data. Yes, I need that. If you have money, if you have some money, send. If you don't have, then it's also okay. Noah, thank you for raising the voice. Noah, yeah, that is it, guys. I need some data. Can you imagine from morning tuli muneno, since morning, no eating, you know? Someone else might think that we make money, but yes, but no eating, no doing what, you know? Yes, please make. So when you subscribe, if you don't have money, subscribe. At least do something. Alo, gan, ndeka, jangu gachimu. Sigan, galuza. Manange musubscribinge, mlikinge. Yeah, not mlikinga banange, mlikinge. You are watching Extreme Media UB, and my name is John Paul. I have so far received omutwalo gumu mu enusu bitaano. So make sure you subscribe, please. We are coming back for the ruling.